Hey Veneer, do you know how boring it is in science class?
I agree with you, Velvet. Science has got to be one of the worst lessons ever.
Hello guys, I am Mrs. Polce. For today I will be your science teacher.
Oh my gosh! Mrs. Polce is really strict.
Veneer, do not say that about me, because it's rude and not nice. If I hear you saying it again, you will be in trouble. Do you understand?
Yes, Mrs. Polce. 7 minutes later. Hey Velvet and Veneer, take this big tube to throw at Mrs. Polce. Thank you, Manolo. You're welcome!
Manolo, back to your seat.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Mrs. Polce.
Velvet and Veneer, where did you get that big tube?
Hey Mrs. Polce, take this.
Ow 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 ow.
Oh. Felix, Mrs. Polce seems to be bleeding on her head.
I know, right, Margot? Shame on Velvet and Veneer for misbehaving here. Can I get the principal?
Yeah, I think you should.
Calm down, Mrs. Polce. It'll be alright. Shall I go get Mr. Preston?
Yes please Felix, I would love it if you do. Thank you Felix, that was so kind of you.
You're welcome.
Hi Felix, why are you in my office today?
Well, Principal Daniel, we've got a problem with Mrs. Polce in the science room. Can you come?
Alright, I'm coming. Follow me to the classroom. Hey there Susan, Felix just came to my office that you got an issue. What happened?
Well Daniel, Velvet and Veneer threw a big science tube on my head and it's bleeding. It really hurts.
Oh my gosh, those troublemakers from Trolls, band together. I am so going to deal with them, Ms. Polce. Don't you worry. Velvet and Veneer, come in my office. You both are in a lot of trouble. Velvet and Veneer, what you did was really unacceptable. I would like you to explain yourself.
I'm sorry, Mr. Preston. It's all because she's a non-troublemaker.
We also found that big tube by Manolo giving it to us.
Manolo, oh. That's really unacceptable of him. I will give him this announcement by giving him detention.
Glad science is over.
Manolo Basty, at lunchtime, please come to my office for reflection time.
Uh-oh, that doesn't seem good.
Velvet and Veneer, for throwing a big tube at Mrs. Polce, I will call your guardians about this to collect you. I'm going to pick up my telephone right now. Hello Poppy and Branch, today you're two troublemakers. Velvet and Veneer just throw one large tube at Mrs. Polce. Can you come to collect them early and ground them for this? Thank you, I really appreciate it. Goodbye. I called Poppy and Branch. They said you will be in so much trouble and will be grounded. They are really cross with you. I appreciate you attending here at this moment, Poppy and Branch.
Yes, we will so have a word with Velvet and Veneer. They will be so punished.
Oh, Velvet and Veneer, let's go home right now. Both of you are in a lot of trouble. Wah!
Wah!
When they got home, Velvet and Veneer, we're really cross with you. You don't ever throw a big tube at Mrs. Polce. Now thanks to you, she needs to go to the clinic. Why did you both do that? I'm sorry, Branch. We just did this because she's a stupid teacher.
Also because she's really strict.
Tough. That's no excuse to throw a big tube at Mrs. Polce. And for doing this, you were grounded for 2 weeks. Go to your rooms now and think about your behavior.
Oh.